We started off supper at the Jacinto Mexican restaurant in Strong City. I understand that this tree's no longer there. I took a combination of still and video with just my S22 cell phone. We looked around the ranch just a bit before we hit the trail. What happened to this guy? I remember as a kid we'd sit on the porch and just listen to these planes in the summer afternoons. Follow along and listen to the nature sounds. And my footsteps. It was just stunning that year. Had to stop and take some still pictures. It was just too beautiful. looking north and the sun setting in the west. First sighting of the Lower Fox Creek schoolhouse and bison in the background. Absolutely love the taller grasses that poke their head above the surrounding grasses. Isn't this just wonderful? As the sun falls, colors just pop out everywhere. As night falls, we make it back to the ranch house. Where carriages stopped and horses got tied up, now only hikers come through these steps. This time we hit the trail early as the sun was coming up. Well, we're at the Z-Bar Ranch. I'm going to go up and see the buffalo. Beautiful morning, a little bit of wind. It's going to be a beautiful day though. Well, the wind is picking up quite a bit here. Went to a wireless mic. Notice this field of blue flowers. Real beautiful. We're almost to the buffalo pens. It says do not cross the cattle guard for some reason. Okay, see if we can go through.
Not touch the wire. I don't want to touch your fence either. Oh yeah, You really couldn't use the cattle guard, could you? Your foot would fall through. Get your foot stuck. Break an ankle. Wow.
Diane noticed this buffalo wallow. Found a buffalo wallow. It has some rocks in the middle of it. Makes probably a pretty good wallow. The wind's coming up like crazy. You can just make out the buffalo there on the side of the hill. I'm going to take some pictures with my other camera with a telephoto lens and see what they turn out like. We just met some hikers. They're going to do the 10-mile trail. I'm not sure what that entails, but perhaps that brings them right through that area there. Looks like there could be a trail or a road right through there somewhere, but we decided to go ahead and take this grassy trail, and it's going to lead up to where the buffalo, so this gets us a little closer there. So it looks like a neat trail, leads back to the schoolhouse trail. We're almost to the schoolhouse here. Diane noticed this field of purple flowers. Real beautiful. Oh, we finally made it to the schoolhouse. This school started in 1884, and it averaged between 1 and 19 students for all the grades. This school was closed in 1930, and the district was disbanded in 46 and 47. The floors have a nice squeak to them. A tornado or windstorm damaged the roof, and a tin roof was put on it. It was used to store hay. Around 1970, the 14 garden clubs in the East District of Kansas decided to take this on as a restoration project. The thing missing is the sound of children playing. Length rope you're going to have to be about right here. Now, look at the horns and throw it just like you pitch a softball. Yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. Now, if you were pitching, where would that ball have gone? Look, right between the horns. That's where you're pitching. You've got to continue that. Right here. Kick, kick. Now, that was good. If you had been a half step closer, you would have gotten it. Now, I'm going to put you. Look at that! Didn't I tell you? That's not fair. My wife and her. Now, what you would
would do if you were in the saddle or out here in the pen, as soon as it lit both horns, you snap that wrist back, and then you grab it with the other hand. So if we're on horse, then you dally around the horn. So catching both is top on rodeo. If you capture one, even out here in the field, you grab that horn, pull it into the ground, and now we have captured both of them. So both of them is good. Down, if you're too slow, it'll go down and then it'll pull up and it doesn't like that.
Probably not.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
You get it down in there just right. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
You want to see if somebody else wants to do it?
Yeah.
What this is hard work.
Yeah, here we go. It's coming.
Bedrooms below us, just below us is the original workings of the house and the kitchen, and then all the way down is the front doors and the two apartments. So
Wow.
lots to
That's
see.
a lot of house.
Yeah. So just 2 rooms wide, but very stacked.
Yeah. Wow. Well, this is the dining room.
Hang on, let me spot.
Well, this is the city room, and that would be the dining room.
This is the view looking east. I always call this ranch the Z-Bar Ranch, but technically it's probably called the Spring Hill Farm and Stock Ranch. The limestone that was used for the house and the barn was quarried at the Reddinger Home Quarry north of Strong City, which is where this is located. The cost for the house and the ranch was $40,000, $25,000 for the house and $15,000 for the barn and outbuildings. That's approximately $1.2 million today. We loved how this newel post was set in there crooked like to give more access for the stairs. This is neat, isn't it? That's where we came through. Got this really neat tunnel. Spring water was run into these lower cellars and along this trough where they had crocks full of butter and milk to help preserve them, and it would eventually flow into a cistern. The smokehouse here. It's the outside of the smokehouse. Rats were having a field day in this outdoor outhouse. Can you imagine sitting there and a rat pops up?
The Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve is waiting for you to discover its beauty.
Staples. My grandpa had one that was bigger than that, but maybe I was just because I was a little kid.
We were out there having a picnic one day.
I'm up in a tractor.
They kind of started coming up the ridge where we were at. They saw us, kind of paid no attention to us, kept on moseying. Grass is more important.
Thought about getting one of these.
Oh, yeah?
They'll block where they want.
Spec sheet on here.
Worked on these before.
One of these,
Yeah.
they were, well, they just handled pretty nice.
Except that the steering wheel pull it out of your hands once in a while, right?
If you hit a rut, yeah.
Yeah. Good. Everything's got to work around.
Yeah, I had to stand up to get it to stop though, because I was such a little kid that I had to stand on it.
It's been pretty small.
Yeah.
Would like him to fire it up? Madison, if you want to. I bet he would. Dancing music. They needed some entertainment back in the day, you know.
We don't have very easy.
No, it's kind of rough.
Well, Pineapple. Oh, and come in. I was all done. The wrong place, which is what David not the you got my wedding. Soon I'll bend your whole deliver. Oh, my lady, contract the wedding. I'm going to hello and the camera and my